A Rover Story, Part 1, Chapter 13. Whole, spelled W-H-O-L-E. So we know it's a homophone, but what does that one mean? Like I have a whole donut to eat, not a hole in the middle of my donut. Today, I am built, all my pieces connected. Whole. Looking good, Rez, Xander says. Raina rolls her eyes, but she smiles a little. I can tell she thinks I'm looking good too. Each of my body parts is able to talk to one another, or more accurately, my brain is able to talk to all my body parts. Look, I tell Journey that night, I am built. You still haven't moved, but I could. That is not entirely accurate. Right now, I have code that prevents me from moving on my own, but I can feel the possibility of movement in my wheels. See, I say, I am not a backup. You don't know that. It is possible they are building you to test you as a backup. I am going to Mars. There is no way for you to be certain of that, Journey says. Wait, are you certain of it? I ask. You are frequently asking me to wait. Wait is like my beeps and boops. Beeps and boops, it is not. You did not make it up. Okay, I say. There is silence for a long time, only the hum of the industrial fan overhead. Then I say, how are you so certain that you are going to Mars? We were built for a mission to Mars. Yes, I say. We were. We're going to Mars together. Beeps and boops. But yes, by my calculations, that appears to be the most probable outcome. I don't let that beeps and boops distract me from the fact Journey said that she thinks it is probable that I am going to Mars. This makes me feel one of the very best human feelings. I am glad to be going with you. We're going to discover great things. Glad? You sound like a human. I am not sure what to say. I am learning lots of things from the hazmats, aren't you? I am not learning human feelings. We are not supposed to learn human feelings. Human feelings will not serve us well on Mars. I do not know if Journey is right, but if she is right, I need to stop learning human feelings. The most important thing is that I do a good job on our mission. I think of Raina's late night phone calls with her mother. I think of the way her voice gets fuzzy when she talks to Sophie, of how kindly, softly, and gently she sings, "Twinkle, twinkle." I think of the way she says, "I hope it's worth it too." But you think I'm going to get to go, right? I ask. Resilience, Journey says. I do not have a way of knowing that for certain. And it is not in my programming to make guesses based on information I do not have. It is the first time Journey has called me by name. I try to resist having a human feeling about that. My resistance, though, proves to be futile. The human emotion stays. It is another great one. You gave me the probability before. That was a mistake, Journey says. It will not happen again. There is the slow hiss of the air filters, and the ceiling fan still drones on a soft hum. A hazmat must have left the fan on for the night. Other than those, I do not detect any other sounds. I wait in the quiet for Journey to continue our conversation. You do understand that the hazmats built us to be different from them, right? Journey says, finally breaking the silence. Yes, I say, even though for one of the first times, I'm not sure I actually understand. I usually understand everything. It is a confusing and terrible feeling to not understand something. We are built to be logical, to make calculated decisions. You could say that it is the opposite of human feelings. Why? Beeps and boops. What do you mean, why? Why would human feelings be bad on Mars? Are you making a human-like joke? No, I am being very serious, I say. Resilience. Don't you understand that human feelings are dangerous? They make humans make poor decisions. You see, humans have attachments. They care about each other and about other things here on Earth. And because of their attachments and their feelings, they do things that are dangerous. We were built to avoid the problems of humans. We were built to make good decisions. Overhead, the lights flash on. This is a sign that the hazmats are returning, that it is the time of day they call morning. Slowly, and then all at once, the lab fills up with the sounds of human footsteps and human voices. On Mars, I will make good decisions, I say. Okay, Journey says. I really will, I say to Journey. I will be a rover who is worth it. Dear Rez, Mom showed me more pictures of you. This time you looked different. You weren't just your brain. You actually look pretty cute. I didn't tell Mom that, though. When Mom isn't around, I ask Dad and City a lot of questions about you. Dad says I should tell Mom that I'm interested in you, and that would make her happy. When Dad said that, City made this clucking noise with her tongue. Later that night, I went upstairs and looked at NASA's website to learn more about you. They have this cool chart that explains all the different parts of your body. I discovered that you don't just have one brain, you have two. That's so you have a backup brain in case something goes wrong with the first. That's lucky. Humans don't get backup brains. I also learned that while my brain is protected by my skull, your brain is protected by something called a warm electronics box. My mom and everyone else who works at JPL call it a web. I don't know why Mom and the other scientists love abbreviations so much, but all your electronics, like your cameras and your brain, are stored inside the web to keep them safe. Web makes me think of a spider, but you aren't a spider. You're a robot. I know you don't eat food, which I think is kind of sad because that means you'll never taste chocolate chips, which are the world's greatest food. But NASA's website says you do have something that gives you a similar sense to taste and smell. That's your chemical and mineral sensor. And you also have your arm, which is how you'll collect the chemicals and minerals. The thing everyone says most exciting about is your microphone. Did you know that you are the first rover who is getting a microphone? That means you're going to actually be able to record what it sounds like on Mars. What do you think you'll hear? Anyway, I thought I would get bored reading so much about you, but once I started, I couldn't stop. I know a ton now. I'll probably tell Mom at some point, but I feel like she'll do that thing where she gets overexcited and it's just embarrassing for everyone. Your friend, Sophie. Hey, Lucy.